Only one full game this month, and it's a bloody text adventure. The Famous Five, based on the old Enid Blyton series of books. 4 kids and their dog have adventures in idyllic 1950s England. Often smugglers are involved. If we can just figure out how to leave this train with this overly pedantic parser, we can get going. There now follows a chase sequence in a text adventure, which must be almost unique. We need to follow that ant back to the house. Two things of interest in this. One is, obviously, there's quite a bit of childish fun to be had with everyone's names here. And also it's multi-character. You can swap between the various members of the 5. Well, presumably not the dog. And this is how we can change characters. Does she, by God? And here is the best command in a text adventure ever. Match of the day, the demo. Will start soon. There we go. Now, the important question. Can we play as Tranmere Rovers? No. Minus 1,000,000 points. Let's be Barnet. I've actually been to a match there. Yeah, an interesting approach to the old football management sim this. You fill your diary up with various events. Scouting, talking to the physio, talking to the club owner, talking to the players, that kind of stuff. And then let it run. Trouble is, half the options in this demo are disabled, including the all-important watch match option, rendering this thing kind of pointless, I'm afraid. Actually, the reason we can't play as Tranmere is probably because they were too good at the time to be considered as the starting team in the game. The old Division 2 there. For comparison's sake, here's where we stand today. Anyway, yes, I'm afraid this is too crippled to really tell whether the game's going to be any good or not. So as a demo, it's kind of pointless. Now here's something a bit more interesting. This is Fuzzball. And the reason it's interesting is it never actually came out on the C64 in the end. It came out on the Amiga, but System 3 I think it was, pulled out of the C64 market. It really was dying on its arse by this point. There's a sort of bubble-bobble mechanic in that you have to kill the enemies, pick up the crystals they drop. If you don't do that in time, they will regenerate into a more aggressive form. The trouble is that the time you have to do this in is very tight, and if they become more aggressive, you're basically dead. In their final form, they will chase you around the level, and you're not the swiftest of things, so you will die horribly over and over again because they don't reset. It took me very, very many goes to get this far in the very first level. You have to pick up every single object in order to complete the level. And I can't make that jump. So a great deal of this video is me slowly climbing this ladder over and over again. Wait, what? Oh, hidden platform thing. Okay. There we go. Now, the timing on this is extremely tight. And I messed it up. Yes, this actually comes across as more of a puzzle platformer. You can't really go in guns blazing because you'll just... Oh, I completely mistimed that. Yeah, you'll die horribly. You kind of have to think about exactly what you're going to do and time it very well. Actually, is this thing indestructible? I'm not sure whether I checked. Doesn't seem killable. Whoa! We are rewarded with the next level, which has ice physics. Sod that. This is UG, and an apology. For some reason the sound is glitched out in the demo. One of the voices appears to be set to incredibly annoying buzz. It's not meant to sound this bad. This is a powerfully brown game. I'd make a Quake joke, but that's not fair. Some levels in Quake are blue. If you've ever played... Oops! If you've ever played the ancient C64 game Space Taxi, it's that, the Flintstones to its Jetsons. Pick passengers up, take them to where they want to go, with vaguely realistic physics. If you land too quickly or crash into something too quickly, you will damage your taxi thing and die. You also have a sort of health meter that you can replenish by picking up fruit. All starts fairly easily, but soon ramps things up a bit. Oh, good lord. Nice water effects, mind. That there is a tip that you get for delivering somebody extra quick. Unfortunately, I've managed to complete the level before I can pick it up. You can, if you land on people, knock them in the water and only have a limited amount of time to pick them up again before they drown. Oh, wrong platform. Now, here's where it suddenly starts ramping up the difficulty massively. Because what is funny about the water is that it starts rising very quickly. And if you don't manage to do anything in time, you actually can't complete the level as far as I can tell, because you can't access the flooded drop-off points. So we're going to have to do this with some speed. Pick up me tip. Oops. Come on, hurry up. Oh, in case you were wondering, the googly-eyed rock is what you're meant to pick up and drop on the googly-eyed tree. This is then what drops. That will then drop fruit that allows you to replenish your health. I now have to be very quick and pick you up before you drown. And that's it. The game loops then. Pleasant enough, but really you're better off playing Space Taxi. Let's liven things up a bit with an injection of pure 90s here. This is the cool Croc twins, Punk and Funk. The story, such as it is that, well, in two-player mode, you'd play both, and you are trying to impress Lady Crocodile Thing by lighting up traffic lights. I really like this. This is pleasingly frantic as you bounce from place to place. The enemies will turn off the traffic lights every now and again, and yeah, it's all very frantic and fun. Lots going on. Background graphics by God, apparently. One thing is, it is a bit easy. I mean, I know this is a demo, it's only the first world and everything, but I didn't die once when completing all of the levels. It's only really the final one that starts mixing things up a bit, so you have to start thinking quite quickly on the fly to get from A to B. Those question mark blocks will bounce you off in a random direction. You can kill the enemies by, well, intercepting them mid-flight, like that, but they regenerate. Oops, missed. Gonna have to chance the random block. Always think he's kind of scooching around on his arse like a dog. Yes, those cotton wool ball things will trap you in there for a period of time, so you, well, want to avoid them. I'm not sure if that background object actually kills you or not, but better safe than sorry. Timing here. Come on, let me squash you. There we go. And it starts mixing it up with blocks that have to be hit multiple times to get through them. Anyway, you get the gist of it. Possibly the most important thing of interest in this is the ending message, which is possibly the most 90s thing I've seen in some time. Hang on, spacious.